Class 10. Subject Science, Chemistry. Chapter 1. Chemical Reactions and Equations. Topics to be learned in this video: Chemical Equation, Chemical Change and Chemical Reaction. When one substance reacts with another to undergo a change in their chemical composition. Chemical change brings change in the chemical properties of matter and we get new substances. A chemical change is also called a chemical reaction. Example: burning of a clean magnesium ribbon with a dazzling white flame to form white powder, magnesium oxide. It is due to the reaction of magnesium with oxygen in air. Take lead nitrate solution in a test tube. Add potassium iodide solution. A yellow precipitate of lead iodide appears at the bottom. Take few zinc granules in a conical flask or test tube. Add dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. Bubbles are observed around zinc granules due to release of hydrogen. Conical flask becomes hot. From the above three examples, we can say that any of the following observations helps us to determine whether a chemical reaction has taken place. Change in state, change in color, evolution of a gas, change in temperature. As we observe the changes around us, we can see that there is a large variety of chemical reactions taking place around us. Chemical equations. The description of a chemical reaction in a sentence form is quite long. It can be written in a shorter form. The simplest way to do this is to write it in the form of a word equation. Magnesium react with oxygen, the magnesium oxide is formed. The substances that undergo chemical change in the reaction, magnesium and oxygen, are the reactants. The new substance is magnesium oxide, formed during the reaction as a product. The reactants are written on LHS with a plus sign between them. Products are written on the right-hand side, RHS, with a plus sign between them. The arrowhead points towards the products and shows the direction of the reaction. Magnesium plus oxygen is formed magnesium oxide. Writing a chemical equation. Chemical equations can be made more concise and useful if we use chemical formula instead of words. A chemical equation represents a chemical reaction. The formula of magnesium, oxygen, and magnesium oxide, the above word equation can be written as Mg plus O2 is MgO if the number of atoms of each element is not same on LHS and RHS, the equation is unbalanced. It is called a skeletal chemical equation. If same, it is balanced. Mg plus O2 MgO is a skeletal chemical equation. 2Mg plus O2 2MgO is a balanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equations. For balancing a chemical equation, we followed law of conservation of mass. According to the law of conservation of mass, mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So that total mass of the elements present in the products is equal to the total mass of the elements in the reactants. Number of atoms of each element remains the same before and after a chemical reaction. So, skeletal chemical equation must be balanced. Let us learn about balancing a chemical equation step by step. The word equation of a chemical reaction may be represented as zinc plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. The above word equation may be represented by the following chemical equation. Zn plus H2SO4 react and gives ZnSO4 plus H2. After examine, the number of atoms of each element is the same on both sides of the arrow. So, This equation is a balanced chemical equation. Steps of balancing a chemical reaction. Let us try to balance the following chemical equation. Fe plus H2O react and gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Step first. Draw boxes around each formula. Do not change anything inside the boxes. Step second. List the number of atoms of different elements, as shown in given table. Step third. Select the compound, reactant or product having maximum number of atoms Fe3O4. In that, select the element having maximum number of atoms. There are 4 oxygen atoms on the right hand side and only 1 on the left hand side. To balance the oxygen atoms. To balance oxygen atoms, we can put coefficient 4 as 4H2O. Now the partly balanced equation given below. Step 4th. Balance the number of hydrogen atoms. The equation would be given below. Step 5th. Balance the number of iron atoms. To equalize Fe, we take 3 atoms of Fe on the left hand side. Step 6th. Count atoms of each element on both sides of the equation to check the correctness. The numbers of atoms of elements on both sides of equation are equal. This equation is now balanced. This method of balancing chemical equations is called hit and trial method, as we make trials to balance the equation by using the smallest whole number coefficient. Step 7th. Writing symbols of physical states. To make a chemical equation more informative, the physical states of the reactants and products are mentioned along with their chemical formulae. The gaseous, liquid, aqueous and solid states of reactants and products are represented by the notations G, L, Aq, and S, respectively. The word aqueous, Aq, is written if the reactant or product is present as a solution in water. The balanced equation becomes as given below. The symbol G is used with H2O to indicate that in this reaction water is used in the form of steam. Sometimes the reaction conditions, such as temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. for the reaction are indicated above and or below the arrow in the equation. The given example shows the reaction conditions on the above or below the arrow. Using these steps you can balance chemical reaction. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.